Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. We're on episode 10. We left off last episode with flying into space and setting up some titanium smelting. But let's jump right back into the game. And if you remember, we were talking about... Also, if you're new to the series, please comment, like, and subscribe. It would be great. We can interact. Is planetary logistics. That's what we need. And if you look at our science top left, we are rolling through it. So we're just going to let that finish, and then we're going to take a look at what we need. There we go. Look at that. We have... That's right, I can't pause the game like I can in the game I was just playing before. We can unlock Mark III belts, which we're nowhere near ready to use or can make. We can logistics drones, which we will start working on this episode, and then planetary logistics stations, which need similar things but not similar things. Here they need the actually things that we can't make yet. These particle containers, which we can't make yet. So it's a good time to go in here and make the make the particle containers. Where are they at? They are... Am I missing it here? No. This? Where are the particle containers? I'm missing it somewhere, right? Interesting. I am thoroughly confused now. What the heck? Do you see it? I feel stupid right now. What am I doing here? This seems really strange. These can't be this far out in the tech tree. Am I missing something here? Do I actually have this, guys? No, I don't. What in the heck? Okay, let's do some figuring out. Particle container. It doesn't work that way. What am I missing? I feel super stupid right now. No, we're not anywhere near that. It's going to be one of these ones. Excuse me. Cracking. No. Well, it can't be one of these because we already have those. No. There it is. Son of a gun. Okay. Looks like we are doing some more research. I totally don't remember why. Remember that it was down here. We need to make the electromagnetic turbines, and then we need to make the magnetic particle trap, which of course copper, easy, graphene, which we don't have yet, which is a pain in the butt, and these things here, which aren't a pain in the butt. It's just you need tons of them. And some of these things you can't make in... Oops, sorry. I don't think you can make graphene by hand. You can't. So that is a problem. Basically, graphene takes energetic graphite, which we have, and it takes sulfuric acid, which we do not. Now, sulfuric acid is a pain in itself. It requires light oil, refined oil, which we have, no problem, stone, which we have, and water, which we have, but it runs on a 6-second cycle for 4, so it's basically 1.5, 1 every 1.5 seconds. But see how much resources it takes? It takes a lot of resources, chemical facilities to make graphene, and then graphene, well, it will show up here, but we can't make that yet. So unfortunately, we are back to the drawing board. This is where you can either kind of just try to rig up a little setup for these things, or you can set up a whole array. Now, I think what would make sense for us is to make what we can make what we can make. We can make processors, which also go into, or it takes microcrystalline components, and which is silicon and copper, and then this takes chips, which we have, and it takes well, things we just talked about. So first off, where is our silicon? We are making that, or did we totally not do that either? Because I was not paying attention last. There we go. No, that's glass. Are we not making silicon somewhere? Wow. I'm really out of it, aren't I? I don't think we are making silicon because there's nothing set up. Okay, well, guess what? We need stone to make silicon. Silicon is made from silicon ore, and silicon ore is made from stone. Now, again, these are on 10-second timers, and they require 10, so it's basically 10 per second. Now, you can't have 10 machines because then you need 10 per second. You can have 6 machines on one belt. And we have stone here, which it's a double build just like the steel. I guess we could put it here. Is this going to ruin that? It will. Let's reconnect this, and let's get rid of a couple of these. I don't think we actually need them right now. Yeah, so this build is a little, not the best. But again, as I continually say in the my own comments here, is you need to start somewhere. And this is where I get the point in the game where I think we can just kind of go. And these are a 2-to-2, so we're not going to be able to make, obviously we're not going to be able to make a full belt of this. Nor does it really matter, to be honest with you. These are going to grab into themselves, and this is just going to go into a chest. This here, remember you hit up to go over, and then you hit it back down, and then this will go back. Oh, that's too, why is that too close? Shouldn't really be too close. Do we have any of these made? We do. Good, so we can at least do that. So we need, thank you, those are awesome, but we can't, I don't want to make them yet. So again, we only need, oh, can I not grab that? Can I? Let's just grab these. Because again, 2 machines will fill a Mark 1 belt. With regardless of what the ore is, it's just how the ratios work. Because each one can produce, or I shouldn't say that. You need 12 nodes to fill a belt. This one has 7 or veins. This one has 6. So we're actually overproducing for the belt, which doesn't matter in this regard. It really doesn't. So let's we have at least we have our hub, so we don't have to worry too much there. And then this is going to spit out. And what I'm actually going to do, can I make some more of these without it being too painful? I'm actually going to put these as fast ones because they require, oh, perfect. We can fit 1 in there yet. That's awesome. Because it takes 10 per 10 seconds, so it takes a while to saturate the smelters. So it's easier just to kind of do it like that. All right, power poles, of course, output, and we're just going to output, of course, into. We'll do it this way, just to save a bit of space. Isn't the word, but save some space. Alrighty, so now we're just going to do this, and then this just has to, as I said. Are these hooked up? No. I was wondering why we weren't progressing properly. Come on, drones, do your thing. Okay, cool. So now we're going to be compressing, or fully compressed stone belt as soon as this comes around. And there you go. Do I actually have any stone in here that I can give it? No. And these are just going to go slow because, these are on a 10-second timer. Silicon's only on a 2-second timer, but it's just... this actually isn't even correct. I'm not sure why I did it this way. Because I wasn't thinking, because this is on a 10-second timer and this is on a 2-second timer. So actually 5 of these would fit one of these machines. But whatever, you know what? There's no such thing as mistakes. They're just happy accidents. So we're just gonna leave it. It's I don't have the energy to kind of redo all of this based on what I was looking at. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. 10-second timer. These are on 2-second timer. Even though you need 2 per second, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. Eventually, these will all start working, and it will be fine. How many do we have made? Look at that. We have 10 made. Cool. So at least that's going to be something. I should actually just kind of mirror this, but I'm just gonna leave it. I just want to get for tonight's episode. I just want to get making the basic components of all this stuff. Now, I don't know if we can make these yet. No, we don't have graphene, nor do we have the processor. So All right, so silicon we're making, great. Everything else we're making, glass we're making. I should start making hydrogen fuel rods, which we may do that. Do you remember where I dumped all that the titanium that we brought back? Do you remember where I dumped all that? This is the problem when you start having a base like this. You forget, you kind of forget where you have things. Because I showed you that neat little trick of how to bring back more than you need, or more than you can carry in your inventory. I just don't remember. Actually, I think, did I dump it over here, didn't I? There it is, right there. Okay. Why I dumped it there, I don't really remember. Okay, but we are gonna pull. Let's see. So we can put. Great, we have those now. Perfect. So I'm just gonna dump this here. Of course, that's in the way, isn't it? Now let's move. What does that kill? That. Okay, so we got to put that back here. That's fine. This is actually in the wrong spot anyway. Because what I want to get set up here is I want to get... Oops, jeez. There we go. I want to start making hydrogen fuel rods, which I think we can make. Now, if you look at these are 54 megajoules, right? Compared to graphene, or graphite, which is 6.75. So that is 8 times that, not quite 9 times that. 200% recovery, fuel recovery generation. So when you can make this, a little bit of a tip, I guess, when you can make these by going off planet and just coming back, make them. Because if you don't, you are going to end up wasting a lot of, oops, I don't want to do it like that. You're going to end up wasting a lot of graphite. Because yeah, it's just so the way I'm going to do this, I'm actually just going to dump all this into here. They can pull from this. I don't need to have a separate box for this. Again, a lot of this is just temporary stuff. And if you see these they're on a 6-second timer. They take 10 hydrogen. So even a slow inserter would be fine. But we have fast ones, so let's we have a couple fast ones. So let's do that. And these are on, what did I say, a 6-second cycle, and it's just one titanium per fuel rod. So I have 360 in here. There we go. We have our first few. Now let's just show you what this does. So I mean, we're not doing much, but you see how this is being drained. I mean, we're not charging bots or anything. We're gonna dump these in here, and our fuel generation. Does it go up when you unclick? It doesn't do it because we're still using that fuel. Let's put one of these in. This number should go up. Let's fly. There, so it doubled it. So basically our fuel generation is now doubled because we're using these, which is great because, I mean, still at this part in the game, we're going to be using more power than we're generating, but that's okay. All right, so we got the janky setup of silicon. I can't believe I did this, but whatever. We're just going to leave it for now. And what I want to set up is the hydrogen fuel rods we're making. They'll make as many as will fit in the box, and we'll keep going back there as needed. But for now, we can burn through these. We can use the graphite. It doesn't really matter. Like it doesn't, like we're not off planet right now. Okay, let's drop out of flight here. And the next thing we want to make. Now, should we tackle sulfuric acid this episode, or should we tackle the processors? I actually think we're going to tackle the sulfuric acid because that goes into graphene, and we need that to make these, and obviously to make, let's go back into here, to make the particle containers, you need graphene. So we also need the green little, they look like wheels, but there's some kind of turbine. It's just like a turbo for like a car, how it's kind of set up. I don't know. Again, those are pretty simple to make as well. But I think, where are we at? We have 15 minutes, so we have plenty of time. Now, let's find our oil setup, because you got to make sulfuric acid where you got your oil. And we got water here, and let's see, do we get lucky with having a stone node? We did. Now, you can see the problem we are having here already, because we're not doing anything with these, because you are producing, but thankfully we can put one more in. And now the simplest thing here to do was just to chain these together to get more out of them, which obviously you can do. This is kind of in the way. I wish this wasn't here. And let's just fly back really quickly to grab some foundations. There they are. I wonder how many have made. How many do we have in our inventory? We have 200. I hope it'd be nice if there's a few thousand. Ah, perfect. We have a little over 4,000, which is good because I'm going to show you the first kind of big terraform we're going to do. Now we're near these fault lines and all this, which we're okay. The fault line is here. The next one is here, so we're actually fine here. So we're going to go up to this fault line and we're just going to drag and we're going to pave this. Now remember, we had over 4,000, and how much do we have left? Just a little over 1,000. So, oops. What is the problem? Oh, soil pile. Okay, while we're here, let's talk about that. So you need soil pile. So you need soil, in a sense, to put underneath the foundation. And your soil pile count is down here. Now, sometimes it could go into the millions. Now, to get soil pile back, anywhere where the terrain is like raised, you can kind of see it here. You click on lay foundation without decoration or no decoration, and you will get back. You actually lay the foundation, but you'll get soil pile back. So it doesn't actually show up anywhere, and we're out of foundation just like that. But we have soil pile because you need soil pile to fill in the gaps. Now, if you're paving over something like this, you will get soil pile back, but obviously with water, you're not going to get anything back. And now we are, and now we are empty. This will always, at this point rate, this will always stay maxed full because what we're supplying on the belt is more than what's coming in. Because if you look, we're feeding more than, that's 2.3, whatever. This is actually you're not, but we're not consuming a full 6 per second. Alrighty, so we need to put some miners down. I should have actually done this a little bit smarter, but how much stone do we actually need for this? So to produce, let's see, if we want to produce 1 per second, you have to do it based on what materials we need coming in. So say if we have 6 machines, that means we'll need 8 stone per second. So we can't do 6 machines. If we have 4 machines, that'll be, what did I say? So 6 machines would be 8. And if we have 4.5 machines, it would be 6. Well, you can't do 4.5 machines. So let's just do 4 machines. That's all we can really, make. And from 4 machines, you're going to not quite use a full belt. So 2 of these is fine. Hopefully you're following along with that quick math lesson there. Some of the ratios and things really kind of stump me as well. So don't, do we have enough there? Don't get discouraged if you're like, what the heck is this guy talking about? Now, water pumps produce, how much do we need? So we basically need 25% less of that, so we need 3 per second. Now, water pumps produce, it's kind of stupid. We can't make these shoot, can we? What do I need? What am I lacking here? Gears. Oh, these things. Let's fly back and get some. Because water pumps produce less than 1 per second, so it kind of throws the ratio off. So I'll kind of show you that in a second. So we need actually to make, I really don't want to, I hate handcrafting some of this stuff, but we're not making them right now in the bus. I don't want to call it a bus, I want to call it a hub. We're not making them in the hub, and that's something I don't add till later because it's like, you never really need tons of them. Okay, let's actually put it right here. And we're going to put water, we're going to input water here. And we can just kind of do that and do that. And we're going to connect these up. And I know it's a bit redundant by me saying that this is just a preliminary setup, but it is. All of this stuff eventually will be, oops, sorry. That's janky. Oh, because we're building on a fault line. Like these are actually built above here, but the belts are coming. See how this is splitting it? But these belts have to be built on the grid lines. Your buildings are as well, but because there's a fault line here, this is janky, but it works, so it doesn't really matter, right? Let's get this all laid out. And what's the last thing that we need to make these? We need to make them in chem plants. Chem plants we need. the light oil, which is easy. So let's see, do we have any of these made? So of course we don't, but we can make, what did I say? We want to do, because if we do 6, we can't, we don't have enough for the amount of stone coming in. We don't have enough. Let's turn them this way. And then this is where the light oil is. Ooh, what do we got there? What achievement is that? This is probably way too far as well. And then we're going to have an output. Come on, please. Oh my gosh. We're going to have an output, and that output has to go into a storage tank, which we are going to make a couple. Okay, this is saying we just started doing chem plant stuff, which is cool. Okay, actually sulfuric acid isn't that hard. It's just you have to be wary of the recipe, because you need so much stone. All right, input, output, output. Oh, sorry, nope, wrong. We're gonna do. Where are we here? So we're gonna come on now. We're gonna do. Can we click on the right one? Probably. We're gonna do it like that. And I'm not sure if I need 2 of these, because I'll be able to move. No, we'll be fine. I don't need to do it like that. We can do it like this. Okay, there we go. And again, there's no piping in the game now. I'm really hoping that down the line, buildings that require liquid are actually done with a liquid. Now it may be hard because of how the belts work, and there are no, unlike other games that are like this, there are no underground belts, so I don't know how that would work. All right, and we're just going to dump these 3 of them right here. We're just going to dump them. Actually, let's put it here as the input. There we go. Now we just got to throw some power in here. Ooh, there we go. And we got to throw power here. And we got one. Well, we got a couple more, I guess. Put one here, here, and there, and then connect this to that. And now, where is our light oil? I think it's. I keep calling it light oil. It's not what it's. Where are we at? They're all over here, which is okay. We can just run a belt, a little snaky snake, and just kind of do that. Like, did that jump completely wrong? Oh, good thing I stopped too, because that's not going to work. So again, we're building on the edges of the fault lines, which is kind of a no-no, but it doesn't. I'm not bothered by it. Now, oh yeah, so the water things I want to show you. So they are producing 50 per minute, which is less than 1 per second. It's actually about, well, it's not quite 12%. Well, 20% would be 45. So we're at like, I don't know, maybe 15% under. So you need 3 machines to make 3 per second. It's silly how it works, but it's how it works. Okay. I mean, that also might doing it for a reason to keep the ratios not to be just like totally cut and dry. Let's let these build, and while they're building, oh yeah, the thing I want to say is, you see how our power isn't just draining down to nothing like it used to, because the hydrogen fuel rods have that 200% bonus to them, which is a huge bonus. Not to mention the megajoule that they have here is 54 compared to 6.5, so we're at around, I guess, 8, a little bit more than 8 times the amount of power, which means it'll drain 8 times less. And the recovery rate is 200%. So it not only will it drain 8 times less, it'll recover 4 times faster. It's such a huge upgrade. All right, we got a couple more to go. And there we go. Maybe by the time we're ready for this research, maybe when this research ends, we'll be ready to go. Now, sorry about my mumbly voice. All right, yeah, we're almost running out of time here, but I want to get this set up. Let's let this run just to see if it keeps up. Where are we? We're down here. So I'm going to try to keep the episodes less than 30 minutes. I think it's easier to watch them if they're less than 30 minutes than if they're 30 or above. Right now we're just around 25. I just want to see it start spitting out sulfuric acid. Where are we? There we go. There's 1, 2, and 3. Now I believe because this is traveling, it's going 0.25 per 2 grids. So it's actually taking quite a while. Yeah, so it is starting to... no, it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't stack up. I wasn't sure if it would stack up because it can move 3 items per 6 seconds, which I think it actually moves 3 items in 4.5 seconds. But in any case, it's not stacking up, so we are fine with that. I don't have to add belts to or add other sorters to it. And now we're dumping sulfuric acid. So yay, we have sulfuric acid. Now sulfuric acid, there's not much I can show you that it goes into right now, but there are many things that it goes into. It's just we don't have the research unlocked, so it won't show up down here what it goes into. But it does go into graphene. Now this should easily be able to be made here because we are actually, you know what? Oh, we don't have cracking yet. I want to get that research too, because that's a quick little, not a tip, but a little bit of a cheat. You can set the cracking your refineries up in a certain way that it spits out in essentially red cubes, because you're taking in 2 hydrogen in 1 refined oil and you're getting back 3 hydrogen and 1 graphite. And the way that the system works is you end up dumping the other hydrogen back into it, and it's interesting how it works. It took me a while to figure it out. Let's see, what else do we really want to, how do we want to, well, I guess I'll research. I don't know. That takes 1600. I don't need that yet. Like a lot of this stuff, we don't need yet. Maybe do some upgrades. Nope. Mecha core level. Nope. Maybe some frame speed. Perfect. There we go. Let's walk a little faster. That's ground speed. Inventory capacity. Sure. Bot control. Sure. Energy circuit. Sure. And I think we can do one more and more drone speed. And then I think we're tapped out until we, perfect. Can we do, there we go, one more drone. Okay, and then we're going to be tapped out. Can I go any faster? Okay, we are queuing that. Okay, and the queue is full anyway. Okay, perfect. So, good episode, quick episode. Didn't get tons done, but we did get sulfuric acid up and running, and that is a huge plus. So anyway, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next episode, which we might start making graphene, and we will see once, because I'm going to end up getting distracted to start doing the cracking over here. But we'll see what we get up to. Thanks for watching.